Driving along the roadway, there are hundreds of images that help you find your way. Your job as a driver is to pick out the information that will help you arrive safely at your destination. You get much of this information in the form of traffic control signs, signals, and markings. Recognizing these signs, signals, and markings can give you advance notice of changes ahead, such as merges, reductions in speed, or upcoming intersections. Knowing what they mean allows you to anticipate and react to changing traffic conditions so you can drive more safely and smoothly. This video is based on the national standards that cover most traffic situations. However, each highway agency may create its own signs, signals, and markings to handle unique circumstances. This video will show you the underlying rules and logic behind traffic signs, signals, and markings, and why they are important to you. The streets themselves communicate with their painted messages called markings. There are two general rules about markings that tell you where you may and may not drive. The first rule is that white lines are on the right side of each traffic lane and yellow lines on the left. The second rule is that solid or unbroken lines show you where you may not pass or change lanes, and dashed or broken lines permit you to pass or change lanes. For example, on a two-lane road, the solid white line to the right marks the edge of the roadway. The yellow line on the left separates you from oncoming traffic. A double solid yellow line on your left means that it is not legal for either you or oncoming traffic to pass. If there's a dashed and solid line together, and the broken line is on your side of the road, you may pass traffic ahead of you if you can do so safely. However, opposing traffic is not allowed to cross the solid line. A dashed yellow line on the left means that both you and the opposing traffic may pass. If you decide to pass, be sure that you have enough room to pass safely. On multi-lane roads with medians, broken white lines usually separate the lanes going in the same direction. Solid yellow lines mark the left side of the road, and solid white lines mark the right side. A single solid white line is intended to discourage but not prohibit you from changing lanes. However, in some states, crossing a single solid white line is illegal. These very short dashed white lines indicate a merge lane. You may need to make a lane change to continue straight ahead. Yellow warning signs also alert you. Short white lines like these guide you through large, complex intersections. In addition to lane markings, you'll often also see reflectors. Again, white marks the right edge and yellow the left. These are especially helpful at night or any time when it's hard to see the edges of the road. Shape and color play an important part in highway signs. It's practically impossible to read every sign, but you can use their colors and shapes to pick out those that are most important to you. Even if you can't read them from a distance, the shape and color give you some idea of their meaning. For example, both the shape and color of this sign tell you to stop. As a rule, the color red indicates stop or conveys a significant prohibition. Black and white signs are regulatory and state the law. They mark where the regulation goes into effect. For example, accelerating when you first see this regulatory sign violates the law. Wait until you've passed the sign to accelerate. Violating any regulatory or prohibition sign can get you into serious trouble. Yellow signs provide warnings. They alert you to curves, crossings, speed limit changes, slippery roads, and other conditions where a little warning goes a long way. Yellow warning signs might also appear before prohibition or regulatory signs to warn you of a change in the law or the need to take action. Look for yellow triangles or diamonds to anticipate what's ahead. An orange sign tells you you're in a construction zone. A symbol usually found on signs of another color or shape can sometimes show up on an orange sign. This conveys the same information, but with the additional warning to be extra cautious in the construction zone. Green signs tell you the distance or direction to cities, alternate routes, or other destination information. In the U.S., distances are shown in miles. In Canada and Mexico, on the other hand, distances and speed limits are measured in kilometers. If you're not familiar with metric conversion, 100 miles equals 160 kilometers, and 55 miles per hour is approximately equal to 90 kilometers per hour. Blue signs provide service-related information, such as where to find food, lodging, and gas. And brown signs tell you of a recreational facility, such as a park, campground, fishing site, or boat launch. As we mentioned before, orange signs indicate a construction zone. Look for black and white regulatory signs to state the law, but consider the orange signs a warning to be extra alert. Begin to slow down to the reduced speed limit before you enter the zone. Follow the directions of lane change arrows, shoulder work ahead signs, changeable message signs, and be alert for shoulder drop-offs and bump signs. There's more than one good reason to slow down in construction zones. Perhaps the most important reason to slow down is each year dozens of highway construction and maintenance workers die as a result of traffic collisions in construction zones. When the signs say slow down, and watch out for construction workers and vehicles near the roadway. Be cautious and obey posted signs. Conditions change rapidly in construction zones. Now let's look at some other regulatory and warning signs that convey